Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Wani and this is my review. I'm Soul Bomb Sisters and we review the shows that everybody's watching or nobody's watching at all. We review the stories, the shows, the products, just anything that we can give our feedback on to help you find the products that work the best or save you time so you can decide whether a show or movie or anything is worth attending, listening to, or reading. Today we're going to talk about the new show, Welcome to Crappie Lake, episode 1. I'm going to talk about this show and give my opinion. So Luann and Sonya have teamed up for a new reality show. The New York City housewives are going to Benton, Illinois to help bring attention and money to this small town that was left financially distressed after COVID. Benton has a population of about 6,000 people. So it's like these women from New York, which has 8-9 million people in population, are going to this small town, and it's sort of like to do charity work. But lucky for Benton and the town folks, the town birthed and raised a successful reality TV producer who happens to know Luann and Sonya, and he wants to help the town get back into better physical shape. So he decides to enlist the help of his celebrity friends, which, like I said, Luanne and Sonya, to help turn the town around. So basically these women are going to come to Benton, which is this small town, and I guess shake things up. We're not exactly sure what exactly they will be doing, but they will meet with the mayor. The mayor will give them a list of priorities for the city, and then they will execute on these things. And that's basically the premise of the show, you know. So these women come to town, they do a few charitable things, and I believe this will bring attention to the town. So the producer, I forget his name, he suggests to Luann and Sonya to go to Benton, reconnect with their small town roots, because these two women are also originally from small towns. So even though now they're sort of like, for example, Sonya married, I think, the heir of J.P. Morgan. So her name is Sonya Morgan. She has a Manhattan townhouse, which, if anybody knows anything about Manhattan, owning a townhouse is extremely valuable, that she inherited through her divorce. Luann was a countess. She was married to a count, but she also was from a very small town. I think her background is sort of French Canadian. Her mother is, but she grew up in sort of in very humble roots. So I think this is something they should easily be able to recognize. So they go to Benton and they stay in a motel, and this is like, you know, part of it, because they're used to sort of 5-star accommodations and access to everything, and now they're moving from New York City, which is basically a 24/7 city, yeah, and going to a small town where there's probably one movie theater or something like that. So I'm just looking at some of my notes and some of the things that sort of struck me. So they come to Benton, they bring designer clothes, even though they know they're going to a small town and will be staying in a motel. So already it doesn't feel so authentic, right? It's like somehow they want us to believe that these women would really go to a town like this for a task like this, overburdened by designer clothes and expectations of Manhattan living if they were not filming a reality TV show, right? So the premise is like, oh, they come to this town. Sonya has, they show Fendi and Chanel and all of these things. And I'm not buying it, right? That these women are intelligent enough. Obviously, it's a reality show, so that's part of the premise. Um, if it was reality, they would come simpler, right? I'm not really buying it because in reality, they wouldn't go with all this stuff. They would go with, it's like, would anybody sign up for the Peace Corps and then show up with Louis Vuitton, Chanel, and Gucci and then expect to live the same way as they do at home? No, they wouldn't, right? So this show doesn't make any sense other than we know they're filming a reality show and the producers are producing it and saying, show up like this, make it funny, XYZ. So for the purpose of the storyline, these women show up like they're going to Club Med, and they know very well that they're going to a motel. I think what they're hoping and banking on is that the audience will love Luann and Sonya together. If you guys watch them in Real Housewives of New York, I think they've been friends for a long time, you know. They were part of the original. I actually personally like um, Sonya Morgan. I've always liked her. Luanne, when I met her, meaning as a Real Housewives of New York, she was so pretentious because she was Countess Luanne, and she's has since been sort of brought back to reality and become a working girl. I mean, she works, I think she sings cabaret, and obviously she works for her living as a housewife. And so she's less pretentious and maybe it was also the husband, because sometimes when you're married, you have to present a certain way so that your husband's image is preserved. So maybe even if she was sort of a down to earth type of girl, she had to sort of like shed those layers and become the countess, and this kind of maybe impacted her behavior, etc. So maybe we shouldn't judge her so harshly. But now Luanne is sort of a regular girl working for a living, living in a normal house, in a normal apartment in Manhattan. Normal because she is, well off. She does do well for herself. She's not poor or anything like that, and she and then she is also a Bravo celebrity. So she has a lot going on. And in fact, when they come to this town, the townspeople are told celebrities are going to come and they're going to help this town. And they're asking them, who do you think the celebrities will be? And everybody's guessing, like, oh, I think it's going to be Jessica Biel. I think it's going to be Kim Kardashian. No, they roll out a red carpet for Luann and Sonya. When you're watching this, you actually feel like you're watching the remake of Simple Life. There was a show called Simple Life with Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie, and obviously a much older cast than Simple Life, but it gives me vibes of Laverne and Shirley, Simple Life, and I think they even make sort of references to Laverne and Shirley, in terms of that these duo friendships, quirky, etc. I I don't know. It'll be fun to watch to see if Luann and Sonya can carry this show. Um, Luanne and Sonya did have a big issue back when Luann went and married the guy that Sonya was sort of hooking up with, like friends with benefit, Tom. And it really hurt Sonya's feelings, but thank God she didn't let that jeopardize or get into get, compromise her friendship, because Luann and Tom were only married for about 7 months, and then that was the end of that relationship. But Sonya and Luann have been friends forever. Um, yeah, so I don't know. The first episode, they go to catch fish. Um, Very strange. I'm not sure exactly why they catch fish with their hands. How does catching fish help the town? Or I'm not sure at all the exact sort of equation, other than these women from a big town come to a small town and try to fit in, and we're supposed to get some comic relief and laughter. This was episode 1. They check into their motel, they meet the mayor of the town, and you just get the premise of the show set out for you. It's only a 20-minute show, and it's every episodes are on Mondays. I watch it on Peacock, and I think basically that's it, guys. Welcome to Crappie Lake, with Luann and Sonya from the New York City Housewives franchise. They were former Real Housewives of New York. And yeah, check it out. See if you like it. I'm not so sure how great this show will be, but I will watch more episodes. I think they have already 2 episodes completed, and it's on Peacock. And let me know, what do you guys think? Are you watching this show? Is it a show that you would watch? Are you fans of Luann and Sonya? Or what are you guys watching? That's my review of Welcome to Crappie Lake. All right. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. And what are we bathing with today? Tonight, I'm going to take a bath with a eucalyptus mint bath bomb. Eucalyptus is really refreshing. It's a little bit stuffy here where I am, and so I'm looking forward to a nice soak with a good eucalyptus bath bomb. And I also think I'm going to have a nice peppermint tea to sort of finish up my evening. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys. And yeah, we want to hear from you. Leave your comments. Are you watching this show? How do you rate this show? Do you care about Luann and Sonya? Leave your comments. Very interested in hearing from you. Thank you. Bye.